Hi guys, so 20 minutes is what I ask of you, 20 minutes for this exercise routine, which is going to open you up, give you a little bit of energy, get the heart and lungs going, and hopefully have you feeling better. So let's warm up and then let's get into it. Here we go. So give yourself enough space that you can get onto the floor and be up just in a room, maybe this size, and all you need, if you wish to, are some hand weights. Everything else can be just you. So let's begin. So let's get our arms moving. Nice big circles. And 2, 1. Let's do the same with the hips. Small circles if you wish, just so you're getting everything warmed up, because it's not just about your hips, it's about your groin, your lower back, your hamstrings and your thighs. Let's go the other way. You may have one direction that is more comfortable than the other. Don't avoid it, but just take a little bit more time with it. Brilliant. From there, can I have you elbow towards the knee? You don't have to touch it, just keep nice and upright. Bring the hand across the face and bring the knee up as high as you can. Trying to avoid donkey kicks where you let the foot trail underneath the bum. Let the foot dangle down underneath the knee. 2, 1. Brilliant. This time, I want you to keep your back as neutral as possible and just take your hand across to the other side. Whether it's your shin, your ankle, or all the way down to your toes, it's all about the inside of the legs. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. From there, I'm going to ask you to hinge down towards your feet. So all we're going to do is just come on down, stand your full height, and just breathe. Coming back towards you. If you need a chair, then just sit down and stand up. 2, 1. Brilliant. So we're going to come onto the floor now. Give yourself enough room to be able to bring your leg over as far as you feel comfortable. And if you're happy, we're going to bring that knee across the body, stretching the lower back and stretching around the bum, glutes area. Stretching either side. Last couple. Fantastic. Now we're just going to lift our hips off the ground. A bridge. Coming up and down. You can use your hands to brace, or you can use your hands as timers. As you lift up and drop down. Breathing and moving. Bum. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to swing one leg. If you have got a tight lower back, just take it easy. But you're stimulating and getting all of those muscles to join in. Swinging that leg. If you're happy with this and you want to go a little bit more difficult, you bring the whole lot off the ground. And then let's swap over. So once again, are you just going to swing the leg? Or are you going for the advanced, where you come all the way up? All the way up. Last few. Last one. And once again, we're going to twist, but we're going to keep the feet down and pivot through the hips. Twisting, stretching, breathing. 3, 2, 1. Up on your feet, take your time. However, once you're up here, I'm going to ask you to bring your hands up above your head, and we're going to go for that march. Bringing those knees up, remembering no donkey kicks, okay? So we don't want this, we want this. Let the feet dangle under the knees. Breathe. Good. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. So you're going to repeat that, or if you do have your hand weights, you're going to take your hand weights up in the air and off we go again. So with or without, these are 2 kilo. So if you want to go heavier, absolutely fine. If you don't want to use anything, you don't have to. So we are challenging the tops of our thighs. We are keeping our core engaged, and we're breathing steadily as we do it. 2, 1. Amazing. So like before, with or without those weights, we're now going to bring a dumbbell to the foot, the ankle, the shin. Just be careful not to hit your lower limb. The weights are just a really good way of challenging those muscles a little more than just with body weight. 3, 2, 1. Remember it again, with or without a weight. All right, from a side perspective, we're here. That elbow comes to the knee, hand weights. So everything we're doing right now in this routine is about opening up the body. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. So I'm going to ask you, with these hand weights, we're going to push up into the air. If you're happy with that, keep it going. If you haven't got hand weights, thumbs pointing to the rear, all right? Turn the thumbs back and you will access more of your shoulders with those thumbs pointing back, okay? So with the hand weights or without, thumbs facing backwards, engaging those shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and now please, hinges, okay? So we're coming forwards and standing up. So Romanian deadlift, where we come very close down the body. Standing tall. Squeezing the bum just as you get to the top. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Down on the ground, please. So we're going to go into those bridges once again. Hands or no hands. We're lifting up, squeezing the bum as we engage the hips and we push up through the thighs. 3, 2, 1. Once again, we're going to bring those legs over the top, over the top. So we're staying in between 10 and 12 reps of each exercise. Gives you a chance to get used to what I'm asking and a good amount of numbers. 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. From there, guys, can I ask you, we're just going to push the foot into the air. Do your hips feel a little looser than when we started? So we're pushing up. The advanced of this is to come all the way up, all the way off the ground. As we engage the body from top to bottom. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. So please, if you need a drink, grab a drink. If you'd like to get up again. So we're going to have these hand weights like before. If you've got the hand weights, use them. If you haven't, thumbs to the rear. So now we're going to climb that imaginary ladder. So you can do it with some hand weights, or you can do it with your hands just pointing those thumbs to the rear. You engage more of the muscles around the shoulder. And if the numbers I am doing are too much, then slow it down, or just have a little breather and choose a number that you're happy with. 6, 8, 10 or 12, 2, 1. Well done. From there, we're going to hinge once again, coming all the way down and all the way up. This will be the last time I'm going to hinge, because I'm going to go into more traditional squats. But if you like the hinge action, then you're going to stay with this, with or without the weights. Three left. 2, 1. Fantastic. Good. So, weights down. I would like you to circle a single arm. So we're going to take that arm in a nice big circle, engaging the whole of the shoulder and the chest and the upper back. And now please, let's change. Other arm. It's very rare that I'll ask you to take your arms forward, just because day to day we spend a great deal of time with our arms down and our shoulders forwards. So I'm asking you to do the exact opposite of your day-to-day movement. 3, 2, 1. This one, diamonds. I want you to imagine your arms are going behind the door frame. Once again, you can use hand weights. You just need to be careful that you're not throwing your shoulders too quickly through their movement. Take control. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. So, squats, guys. We are going to pretend that there's a chair there. Sit on it. It's not there. We stand back up. Is it there? Nope. All right. So that's the squat action that I want you to try for me. Is there something to sit on? No, there isn't. We stand back up. You don't have to go so deep. All right. If you're new to this, to me, then just stay in the range that you're comfortable with. But I'm going to do enough of these that as I explain it, I want you to be happy you've got enough to be doing. So we're coming all the way through, trying to keep those knees from excessively going over your toes. 2, 1. Wonderful. So, elbows to knee. So the exact opposite of what we've just done, with a twist. We have multiple ways to move, and it is important that we use them all as best we can day to day. Remembering that we can have hand weights. I've opted to not this time. And in 3, 2, 1, superb. So, I am going to use a hand weight. This time, I'm going to alternate the weight from hand to hand. Okay, to make this more difficult, is I use both of them. So I'm holding them so I'm slightly heavier. And the advance, once again, is both of them. To foot to foot. You stay with what you're happy with. And I hope that I've covered enough options for lots of progression. 2, 1. Amazing. Come back down onto the floor. With or without the weights, we're going to go elbows, elbows. You can now see if I want to add weights to it, I would have them there. So I'm elbow down whilst hips go up. Keeping a nice steady range of movement and being careful of my pelvis and the relationship I have with my lower back. 2, 1. Lovely. Can we go into our side to side? So we're using those core muscles as well as stretching. Bringing that leg over the top and engaging the side of our body. Head can stay down and move through the range. And in 3, 2, 1, can I invite you onto your hands and knees? So we're going to go into bird dog. Okay? As we come through the range, concentrating on straight arm to straight heel. Try not to collide with anything around you. Focusing on that core. 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. Please back up on your feet for the last time. So once again, we're going to climb that ladder. We're going to come up. We're going to stand our height. We're going to let our feet dangle beneath our knees. You have many options throughout this routine. 1, just body weight. 2, with hand weights. 3, you can increase the weights and you can increase the numbers if you wish to. If there's an exercise that you particularly like and it works an area of the body you need, then just pause and do more sets. 2, 1, lovely. So please, we're going into that side to side. If you are feeling the tops of your thighs, your hips and your lower back, and this is something that you are cautious of, then please take little breaks in between. Remember, I'm doing an amount of numbers that's not necessarily ready for you now, but it is definitely something you can work towards. So I'm using my weights to engage strength and muscular activity. 2, 1, wonderful. Hands go up. Remember, thumbs to the rear if you don't have weights or weights. Let's go for that marching on the spot. To make this more advanced, we can gently kick out. This will not only engage the thighs and the hamstrings, but also engages adductors and abductors, so the ins and outs of your legs. Core. 3, 2, 1. And now please, you choose. Do you go for the hinge? Okay. The deadlift? Or do you go for the squat? Okay. You'll notice the difference. You know your range better than I. I want you to be steady. I want you to find that this video gives you plenty of room for growth, progression, motivation, and clarity. And in 3, 2, 1. Well done. So as I have said, If you've enjoyed the contents of tonight's video, then you can just rewind it back and do another sequence, another set. You can make this the amount that you require, okay? And if you have found it difficult to get through, then it's fine. Stop there. We're going to do some stretching now, and then you can use it as a progressive routine. So first things first, I'm going to ask you to come down to the ground with me. We're going to bring our leg over the top. And we're just going to stretch that side, lower back, the glutes, the thigh. And try to keep the shoulder down. You might not be able to, but I want you to concentrate on the upper body. Even if the leg's here, all right, it will gradually come down in time. Let's swap over. So the other side now, that comes over. Again, we're concentrating on trying to keep the shoulder down. The side you use less will possibly be your more restricted, tighter side. So we can stimulate that side, even in a stretch, just to help it be better. From there, if you need to sit against the wall, please do. We're going to bring the leg over our straight leg. We're going to give it a cuddle, and we're going to pull it into the body, getting a deeper stretch on the bum, and just breathing and relaxing. Holding that for 3, 2, 1, and let's swap over. So that becomes our straight leg, and then we go for the other. I'm supporting myself with my hand. All right, if you need to do that, that's fine. It keeps your back nice and straight. Or if you can, and you've got the core control, then go for the straight cuddle. Thank you for joining me on this. I hope it does help, gives you some motivation, give you a little bit of encouragement, confidence. Fantastic. From there, I'm going to ask you to come up onto your knee. You may very well need to use a towel or a pillow, cushion under your kneecap. And all I'm going to ask you to do is just straighten that thigh, come up on the toe with the back foot. And I'm going to ask you to just stretch up. And I'm hoping you get a nice stretch on the top of your thigh. If it's super tight or you feel quite restricted, give it time. Don't rush it. Breathe into it. We pull the tummy in, we push up, we push the knee down. If they are tight, I advise you to do it twice, but alternate first. You're now going to go to the other side. Again, vertical thigh, toe curled under, hand comes up, and again we're encouraging the stretch in the top of the thigh. Push the hands up, push the knee down, and breathe. So I invite you to repeat those two again. So onto the previous leg, okay, same. You may feel the stretch is a little easier. You may feel the muscle a little more responsive. Let's change back. Everybody's different with stretches. You just need to give it time. 2, 1. Fantastic. Gently come up onto your feet. And what I'm going to ask you to do is we're going to gently curl down, support yourself on your own shins. If you have any yoga blocks, you can use those. And we're just going to stretch the back of the legs, the bum, the lower back, and just breathe. The blocks just give you a nice base. If you don't need the blocks, that's fine, but you remember these can go down. Okay, they can go down. It just allows you to take the pressure off what you are stretching. Gently bend the knees, gently come up. And then lastly, please, hands come up above you. Can you drop the elbow? Have you got any restriction in the chest, in the shoulders and around your neck? If so, be kind, be gentle. And if this is too much, then please go into this. So we're imagining that there is a door frame and we're trying to bring our hands up and down behind that door frame. And we're trying not to arch our lower back. If you need to repeat any of the things that we've done there, then by all means do. My name's Sam, I'm a sports therapist in Ilfracombe in the UK, and if you've liked what you've seen and you want to see more, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Take care.